Alright, that's the end of side 1. Flipping over to side 2 now. The view was on side 2. Jesus, it's been a long time. I could have sworn it was like song 4 or 5 on side 1. Alright, what we got coming up? Don't tell me I played side 2 first. That explains the whole thing. I played side 2 first. That's sad. That's embarrassing. But you know what? I'm not going to re-record this whole thing. Early to Rise, of course. A dope single. And the classic opening to the album. To those of us who've listened to the album in at least 10 years would obviously realize he was playing side 2 if Early to Rise did not open the album. No, not me. Anyway, classic. I might be overusing the word classic sometimes. I think I've said it a lot, but you know, at least in the Nice and Smooth canon, this is a classic song. Okay, so that's the end of track number 1 there. The real track number 1. Oh yes. Token Love Song. Something Nice and Smooth kept up straight through all their albums. I think Nice and Smooth perhaps was more than just a token. The record label wants us to put a love song on the album, and it was more something that they actually really rated, because they hung on to the tradition when everyone else had long since dropped it. But this is their debut one here. Bump it up a little.
I think I love her, but the Lord only knows if she's the one for me. My true queen. I can't ask for more physical attraction.
Yeah, this is about,
She said she wants to be in my
I was gonna say this is as corny as I remember it. I think this is actually cornier than I remember it. Alright. Camera's moving. Love song's ending. What's coming up next?
We like to see the world sing it. My name is Greg Nice.
And I'm MC Smoothie.
This is dope. I was clearly talking out of my ass earlier. I mean, you take out 1 or 2 album fillers and maybe the love song, of course, but this album holds up.
I'm not funny and I'm not Jason. I hate facing, chasing clouds of illusions, mass confusion. What you drug are you using?
Okay, arriving at my destination here. Come up to song number 4 on side 1.
Oh yeah, I can dig it too. Hey yo man, I want to talk about our day, Greg Nice.
Okay, neighbors are giving me weird looks.
Yo, I went down to
Doesn't everybody film in their car when they're driving around?
She said, hey Smoothie, where you going to?
The beat's cool. This is, I think, one of those tracks I was thinking of. I like your blend in the background too. But yeah, I could really skip the hook, and I could really skip these MC's delivery at this point. The beat's cool. It's alright, you know. For album filler on a great album, it's a solid joint, I guess. It's just not a great single. And it wasn't a single, so what can you say? I'm being overly critical, I think. I'm gonna pause this and come back. See you soon. Did you miss me? It is getting darker again. Let's flick this on, see if that makes any difference. Woo! Didn't make a difference before, now it makes a big difference. I can dig it. So you saw me drive one way, now you get to see me drive back the other way. Now that's not exciting, I don't know what is. So we're gonna finish up album number 1 on this trip. Get pretty deep into album number 2. Possibly finish it depending on traffic. Then I'll be making this trip again later tonight. we'll go right into albums number 3 and 4. Yes, and then we'll have a video. All right. What we got coming up here? Yeah, did I mention that I was too hard on this album and that I was really nothing but hot tracks. The worst tracks are like really solid album fillers with some dopies and stuff. And a lot of the tracks are like this, which are just better than pretty much anything you're gonna be hearing. And some of the songs, of course, are some of the best rap songs of the era. So, great album. Let me do that again. Great album. Wow. The songs end in here. Now that I've oriented myself to the right side of the album, is this funky for you? There's a good chance it might be. Yes. There we go. There we go. This is, you know, like I said, maybe I'm overusing the word classic, but this is a classic. I mean, this is one of the great rap songs of the 80s as far as I'm concerned. From, you know, Greg Nice's totally random lyrics, Dizzy Gillespie plays the sax, to Smooth B's really cool, smooth verse. Pure blend, great hook, great beat. There's 2 versions of this song, by the way. In fact, talking about not remembering this album as well, I don't know which version we're going to hear, which one this is on the album. Because basically, you get the 3 funky for yous. Greg Nice makes it funky for you, Smooth B makes it funky for you, and then either, depending on the version, Pure Blend makes it funky for you, where they sing, you know, they kind of get to go solo a bit, or Teddy Ted makes it funky for you, and he does a scratching thing on the outro. I guess maybe Teddy Ted is more likely to be the remix, but I don't remember. So, otherwise the song's pretty damn similar until you get to the end, but, you know, it's the same beat, same lyrics. It's slightly different. I think Teddy Ted does a little cut before the last verse, which makes me think this is the Pure Blend version. You know, I mentioned, you know, like what would be on a Nice and Smooth Greatest Hits album. Not only would this be on there, not only would this be the first song on there, but then at the end of the song, I flip and I put the other version on there. It is Teddy Ted. See, Teddy Ted's gonna make it real funky for you. And the other version, you'd say, Pure Blend is gonna make it real funky for you. And then they, you know, start singing a lot more and breaking it down. So yeah, see now, if I was making my Nice and Smooth tape, this would open it, the other one would end it, and you know, they'd be far enough apart that it wouldn't be like looking at the same song twice, but it's just that classic. I'm gonna cheat and look at the track listing here. What's coming up next here? Alright, one last song, then we're on to album number 2. I'll try to play album number 2 in sequence. Side A first, yeah. Final song.
Together with